I knew it.
I kinda did too.
The second he plugged his datapad into shit.
He did give us data,
That
but
he
nothing
did.
really
Yeah.
that useful.
But then he immediately plugged his datapad into the reactor.
You can only get energy outputs there. Nothing else.
Yeah. Plus, it's not
So,
like
boss.
this empire hasn't already accessed our reactor before.
So, boss, who's your friend? Didn't introduce us.
I'm just
That
looking
thing.
at things. I haven't got a close look at that. That new armor up there is interesting. It seems to be a offset of the Revenants.
Perhaps an upgraded version or something. You think this is what they did with the data they stole from our HK production?
No, no way. There's no droid bits. Those are just new sets of armor. So, Victor's alive. Clearly,
Yep.
a big ploy. Fun. We have no clue where he is. And he's the first intact mind in history that is proper sentience. Free will, and is technically
Since
immortal like
we,
a droid.
yeah, since we didn't get access to his tech, we have no idea to what extent he's immortal.
Well, we achieved his dream. Too bad he decided to side with the enemy. They probably offered to complete it for him, in exchange for turning against us.
I'm sure he'd already turned against us in the first place.
If Sabran had been such a fuck up, he never would have turned on us to begin with.
Yeah.
Saber's not entirely to blame. There's Snow, and there's also the wise ass who implanted the idea in Saber's head.
Well, the thing is, with Snow, I at least expected that kind of flippant and reckless behavior.
I will agree that the idea had some merit, but unfortunately you should have not done it in front of him. Now, the data he got access to was not that important. Our data says it wasn't critical information he got access to. He did get access to our recent R&D projects, which the only thing of note really is probably the new hazmat suits, the new railgun iteration that we're working on.
The hazmat suits
Really?
scare me. Railgun might, though.
Have you not been heard about it? It's a variant that lets you compact more than one shell inside the tube. It's going to be very
Then,
useful in combat. Well, I'm not sure what else to say except the war keeps escalating. We have a victory. No matter what, no matter anyone's turncoatism, him friggin' doing this shit, Victor being alive, we beat off the Empire and destroyed 7 Star Destroyers today.
And
I
killed
want
that
you to
guy.
note
atrocities
that.
that sent after us.
And we killed the Emperor's hand. We'll have to hold a funeral for Bishop. A proper one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely
And hey,
deserve it after that.
most importantly, we've proved that the Empire can't hold us anymore. Fought them on
True.
their terms and beaten them back. We haven't had a
This is
victory
a
like
pyrrhic
this since
victory at best.
we declared our sovereignty from Emil's occupation.
It's a bit of a
It's weird to
double-edged
state that they
sword
have
that we
like
won here.
declared independence like 3 separate fucking times.
Dax,
Yeah,
I
and
do
one
think
of
it is
them
a
was
bit of a double-edged sword that we won here, though. We've
yeah.
proven ourselves an ample threat, which means the Empire will undoubtedly put even more resources towards fighting us in the
The
future.
Pentastar is at war with us now.
That
I'll,
they
I'll
are.
just kill them all.
You do that.
Admittedly, of the factions that could be fighting us, the Pentastar are the ones I'm least concerned about.
What do you mean you're least concerned about? Do you not know that the fucking Pentastar is technically the Empire now?
Wait, they are?
Yeah, they merged.
Oh.
I'm just saying Pentastar Space is at war with us now.
Yep.
Reminds me,
So
UCS is formed. United Coalition of Systems. The first sovereignty outside in the Outer Rim in a long time. That's some good news.
that it is. It goes better than the last CIS.
Ionic expansionism. They only want to welcome to their ranks who are not keen on this war. Which is working. Quite fast. For obvious reasons. And with the Empire not caring, it's gonna keep working. Good news, by the way.
Yeah.
Mandalore has pledged fealty to our faction. That they would like
Yeah.
a more permanent partnership without a end in sight for the foreseeable future.
That is best news I could have gotten all day. God damn.
Mandel
Jesus.
Motors is fully active again. You know what that means. We'll be getting Star Vipers into our fleet soon.
Yards are amazing. For that.
Either way,
See, Nick, we might have a fighting chance after all.
no we don't.
Ever the optimist, boss.
The ship that he attacked us was marked as the Eclipse. It was marked in this book as a theoretical. This book has a lot of other theoreticals. We don't know what's going to come into fruition. But this is the one so far that has came true. It's a ship bigger than an Executor, with gravity wells and a coaxial super laser, capable of possibly destroying planets. It's faster and easily going to be able to move around the galaxy much better than the frickin' Death Star. This thing could show up today or tomorrow and blast through our planetary shield, blast this base, and we'd have no way of stopping it.
If I had to guess, I'd assume that perhaps they were still working on installing the laser last time it showed up. Otherwise, why wouldn't they have destroyed our planet when our planetary
Fear.
shield went down?
The Empire's ruling by fear once again. He wants us to
Yeah,
give
not
up
to
immediately and
mention-
surrender everything.
To mention, there's still plenty of stuff they want from us that I assume A1's part of the plan was for.
Yeah, he snatched a few things from a few of you guys' office. Mostly yours, Nick.
Oh. Great.
He didn't get to do anything with them because we killed him before he got to leave.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one upside to fighting mortal A1 at least. The fact that he can't take things with his dead physical bodies.
So we have his lightsabers.
Exactly.
Dax, speaking of
Yeah?
which, you haven't been... You gotta head down to medbay. You got fucking
Yeah.
impaled through your chest, and you've been... Why? Why haven't you gone down? I don't even realize that until I saw the hole.
I mean, I got all kinds of medical stuff able to keep alive. I try to stay prepared for this stuff,
You have a
So,
hole
yep,
straight through your body.
I suppose I could head down.
Use the staircase, I get. No? Oh, he's gonna jump down. He's gonna.
I got my jetpack enabled, remember?
Yeah.
I don't know how he's standing right now, if I'm being honest. Once I saw that hole, he fought A1 with that hole. He got
Damn.
stabbed right
Just
through his
say
chest.
There's some benefits
Yeah,
to
that's
being
kinda
married to a
impressive.
medic.
He should be dead, by the way,
Kinda.
Max. A1 had
I
the
knew him.
easiest shot to kill him imaginable.
If
As for
A1
the
had
rest
been
of
just a
you,
little less arrogant, he would have got him.
he could have killed all of you. But I don't think that's the goal. I think the goal was to make you all suffer. Especially Dax for wronging him a long time ago.
I mean, well, at least he's adhering to the Atzeri tradition.
Which is?
Random killings.
I guess. I think that's just the fucking galaxy tradition. Well, I can't say I got much more to discuss right now. So you're dismissed. Get some sleep.
I will gladly take some sleep.
I don't really need
Go
sleep. I
insane at this
slept when
point.
I was unconscious.
Go insane me.
I am going to eat 4 entire sleeves of urban spice crackers.
Or you could have some sandwiches. I got a bunch in my fridge as per usual.
You could take some imitation crab meat. It's not bad, I just have too much.
I have
What
actual
about-
crab. God damn. They're really cooking today, quite literally. Ah. Ah, that was so good. Let's go see who's landing. Oh. Already on it. The fuck? Didn't clean up these corpses? Damn.
Hey, Tonicus, over here.
They didn't clean up any of these corpses yet?
It hasn't been long. But yeah,
Oh, it's
Trust
like
me,
a
this
day
is
ago.
the least of the corpses. There is a lot out there still.
yep. I said, pardon our mess. We just got done fighting back a massive invasion.
I see, I see.
Hey, nice to see you bringing out that old armor set again.
Well, I figured it would be good not to be in the enemy's colors.
Finally taking my advice.
Now we
Yep.
match.
It's slightly better. You're white and black, but it'll do.
Yeah, it's definitely way better than what he had before. Anyways, Sparrow, so you've missed a lot.
Clearly.
Yep. Do either of you want to tell him, or should I?
I have no connection to it, so you.
Okay. Well, Sparrow, A1 came back to meet us, today. Well, yesterday, actually. Right after the battle was won. Turned out he was working for the Empire.
I see.
Yep, he betrayed us. He took control of Gregory over there. He had full access to his own surrogation program, thanks to Palpatine. And
Oh,
there's
they
a...
have surrogation too. That is.
Well, yeah, you've
Just
seen it with the
right.
Revenants. So of course they were able to do it with him as well. But,
Is there secrets of ours that they don't know?
well, the surrogation was mainly a secret of Vic's that he was able to steal, but that, brings me to something else. Victor Thorne was alive this whole time.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, was alive. He had been working with A1 and Palpatine this whole time.
I was there. I killed him with my own 2 hands.
Well, it turns out that he had perfected his technology a lot sooner than we had predicted. He was able
I have
to
a hard
leave,
time
leave
believing
that.
that,
Yep, but
as
it was
his
really
mortal
him.
body was, we'll just say, someone with ill intentions got to him. If you haven't read the report.
Well, yeah. We're not quite sure to the full extent of that. We think it might have been a hoax, but either way, we're not sure exactly what happened, but it's clear that Vic is alive and he is now capable of surrogating himself as a human. So he's gotten his wish, effectively immortal, and thanks to that mishap you were there for, well, actually the mishap before that, he's turned against us.
Well, that's just lovely.
And A1 has turned against us as well. The oldest members of the... Should have known. I mean, I should have known from the very beginning when he wasn't even remotely excited about us nationalizing. He should have a field day over that, but... See. But yeah, won the battle. We drove off the Empire and proved to them they can't push us around anymore. Oh, shit!
Oh, he lived?
Finally.
Yeah, he's gonna recover. What it would have done to us if Clark had died as well. That would have just been another gut punch. Right.
Ah, right.
Do he?
I never met the guy.
I guess preparations are gonna be on me then. I suppose I could work that out. Veshko, Ford, of course. Is he still on Prospect? Okay, well, be sure to get him an invite as soon as you can, and we'll see. I'll see what I can set up. Fortunately, this time I don't think Bishop's gonna be coming back like the other times we've had funerals.
Sadly, I think death is going to be very permanent from now on.
Yeah.
But speaking of death, that fight with the Emperor's hand. First time I've gotten so close to death in so long. I actually had to surrogate for once.
Yeah, I noticed that. You never wanted to do that.
It's a miracle that the R&D had installed backup power cores in that EUG body, or else I would be dead.
It's always good to be prepared, at least. But yeah, sacrificed a lot to get there, but we were able to deal a crippling blow with the Emperor Hand's death.
Indeed. Though, for now, I worry that we'll be facing even greater threats.
That we will, now that Atzeri is also against us thanks to A1. So that's another
Right.
front we get to fight.
Well, not that we really wanted to go back. The last we went there was pretty terrible.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Pretty dry place, wasn't it?
Yes, it really fell from grace from when it was in its heyday.
Well, that's what happens when you go full Imperial, I guess.
So
Yeah.
many enemies. We don't have many allies, but we at least have some powerful ones.
Oh, right.
Hmm?
So here's the thing. That Superstar Destroyer, that was the Eclipse. I'm not sure if you
I
remember
see.
this. There were some writings, there were some records and writings in it from Zahn's records, but we didn't have much. But now we know the full extent of what it is. It is a Superstar Destroyer, larger and more powerful than the Executor, with gravity wells on it, and powerful hangar space, but the worst part is it has a coaxial super laser that is equal to about 1/8 the power of the Death Star.
wonder it pierced through our shield, our planetary shield so easily.
And we're lucky it only pierces the shield as well. That thing has the power to potentially destroy planets on its own.
Ha! So we truly are dealing with a Death Star 3.
Yep. Except this Death Star 3 is a warship that is much faster and more agile than the Death Star.
Haven't seen a weapon like that since the very old Sith, so maybe they're learning from their mistakes. That worries me.
Yeah. Maybe weaker as a total siege weapon, but still stronger than... Still extremely powerful as a fleet weapon and a bombardment weapon.
Yes, there are...
Yeah, well... Fortunately, the Eclipse was strong enough to withstand a single shot from our Harrower's silencer cannon before it got obliterated.
Indeed.
Yep. Didn't even get past the shields. Oh, it did? Well, it sure as heck didn't seem that way. That thing just tanked the hit. Still, it's amazing. We actually did manage to damage it. Oh, right.
Why don't we build our own?
Because we do not have the resources to build something larger than an executor.
Indeed, and that Harrower, as well as its super laser, is likely something we will not be able to recreate for some time.
Actually, hang on. While we were going through the wreckage, I actually did find that several pieces of the silencer cannon was intact when it crashed into the surface. So not all's lost in that regard.
Or
Cool.
a cannon's the
Great.
power of a Death Star, huh?
Well, at the very least, the power of a
Interesting.
silencer cannon. Multiple of those. That could be enough to defend Boreas against the Eclipse. What about the synthetic crystals?
I really doubt we could just mine them on places like Ilum. I doubt Ilum even has any kyber crystals anymore.
Oh, unfortunate. Still, find a way to make this work. Have something that'll stop the Eclipse from destroying this place once Palpatine gets sick of toying with us.
Indeed. But sadly, it seems that's out of the question.
So we'll need to find another way then.
Nice, that secret's been kind of spoiled. Yeah, at least I don't gotta keep using a fake name then.
Well, the good news is that means Saber is going to be rejoining us on the battlefield.
Indeed. At least we won't have to...
Yeah, because that's the thing. Durandal is technically a different version of Saber. It's a copy, but with different protocols and personality. This, what's about to come, however, is a restored backup of Saber.
Wow, so he won't even know of all that's happened. Curious.
I'm sure they can easily fill... Well, they mentioned that Durandal could just fill him in on the memories anyway. Merge the memories and then it'll be good. But yeah, Saber will be back with us, and Durandal will be given a different assignment.
Probably
they wouldn't say what that assignment is, but...
network, I guess.
Nope, not Intel. It's going to be a completely different one. We don't know what it's going to be. It's a secret, but... Well, boss said whatever it is, it's going to be the most suitable for him.
Interesting.
But yeah, we're going to have Saber back in the battlefield again. Which is definitely going to be needed, considering we're fighting a lot more Force users now, and he's one of our greatest experts in that regard.
Yes. It'll be good to have some whimsy on the team again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I can fight Sith, but then again, I'm not exactly Force-proof.
Well, no, but here's the thing. Saber's older than you. I'm pretty sure.
Not true. But slightly, maybe... What, a few hundred years?
Oh yeah. Boss ended up using that attack against A1 during our fight. After all that boasting he did about how he was totally gonna last longer against Boss than he was saying he would, he says, "Oh, I'm gonna definitely last more than 10 seconds." I'm like, "What you said?" And then Boss just, makes him go poof, just like that.
Yeah. Frankly, I'll do whatever I got to be Force-proof, even if it's strapping East Lamar to my back.
Alright, boss, I understand.
Yeah, with all due respect...
Yeah, we shouldn't be facing droids that powerful on average anyway. And plus, using it against A1 is useless because, he can just come back.
That, and now he knows about it. Oh. Yeah, no offense, but that's a little too much.
He's talking about Force kill, isn't he?
That sounds like it would be quite a useful power.
That was...
Kill?
Yeah.
Goodness, the Sith were not good at naming things than I thought they were.
I mean, that's exactly what it did. It just crushed your organs, drained the life force from you. It was a powerful Sith move. One that Coda had to warn us about. At any time, if we encountered a strong enough Sith, they could just crush their hand into a fist and we'd just be turned into human jelly.
Oh, Force Crush. That sounds more accurate. Yes, perhaps you're thinking of a different Sith move they used to use. Ah, one is quick and simple, and the other is to revel in your enemy's pain.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that one. And I remember having to talk to the crew about that one because they were all afraid of her after that. Even A1. So yeah, we ended up having to talk that out quite a bit before we could agree to keep her in the Vanguard after that.
It is sad that Boss is not open to teaching me such a technique, but I'll respect his wishes.
No offense, Nick, but you quite literally you have been able to turn to the enemy before, even if it's from a simple mask. So I'd rather not you learn that move.
What about me?
Well, you can't use the Force.
But if I could, I'd use it all the time. Especially in cooking.
Oh, no,
yeah!
Actually
Hell
acceptable.
yeah!
No.
Well, it'll be fine it'll be fine for you guys since I'm not a threat.
Well, yeah, I'm more talking about him.
possess you, but-
You're really gonna torture the poor guy by just talking to him?
Yes.
Oh man, that is gonna be hilarious.
Trust me, if I had to witness Quinn's daily schedule, I'd probably blow myself up too.
Oh yeah, I thought they meant putting it on. But yeah, I'll do both.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, at least it's been confirmed that I can't really do much with you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm not a threat.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's not jump to that conclusion.
True.
You did put it on, I immediately decked you.
Yeah, but there's a higher chance that I'm not a threat than if we, say, gave it to Nick.
Well, yes, but as Boss is saying, I'd rather not find out that it can make you have.
No, that's what the
force
tests are
when
gonna
you
be
put it on.
for.
Yeah, that's what the testing on me for.
Fair.
I didn't think you of all people would volunteer to do that, but hey, power to you.
I don't really care.
Let me know what it's like, I guess.
I mean, I'm hoping it'll be more interesting than just shooting people.
From my guess.
Yeah, join us.
Judging from
No.
what Nick
I am
said
not
when I
doing
took
that.
it off him. Judging from what Nick said when I took it off him the first time, you seem to black out, it seems, when you put it on. So frankly, Waiter might not even know what's happening.
I don't even know how Ajax would respond to becoming me. I feel like that might
He'd
actually.
probably try and immediately.
He tried to kill
you
himself.
while you
Just
have the
try
mask
to
on.
commit suicide, yeah. Yeah, but that torture would come at my great expense, you know?
Don't worry, if you die, we'll just put you into a mask.
No.
Come on,
Well,
sacrifice
yeah,
yourself with me.
I've still got plenty of good years left in me. Come on, and once this is all over, you know, I still gotta look after the people of Naboo.
Aren't you
know?
older than Clark?
No, I'm not older than Clark, even by a little
Aren't
bit.
you older than Saber?
True.
I'm not several thousand years old.
Could be.
I don't detect that much gray in his hair.
Oh yeah, technically
Fair.
speaking, yes.
Damn, what the hell, guys?
Well, sometimes if a child misbehaves, you gotta set him straight, you know?
Wait, what do you mean, berating a, Randall? What did he do?
More just in
He's a
general
bitch.
about his attitude.
Oh.
Because basically he had stopped coming to the front lines, he was becoming increasingly cold and calculating and impersonal. Basically a just do whatever it takes to complete the mission type of thing, not really caring about the morals or any long-term consequences, as evidenced by Victor Thorne coming back to greet us. So yeah, we had to set him straight on that, and thankfully he agreed to accept a new assignment and bring Saber back to serve with us on the front lines again. Because honestly, Sparrow, you weren't there for this, but we actually experienced something like this before.
Oh?
You know Logic, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Well, he was originally a sort of a hybrid between a Jedi training droid and he was a hybrid between a Jedi training droid and another droid that our group had cooked up before the Vanguard days. He was an interesting trainer at the time. He was pretty good what he did, good tactician, but the problem was he became, well, like Durandal had become. He was becoming very detail-oriented, he was becoming very amoral, very out of touch when it came to dealing with humans.
This
That's
place
true.
is
Right.
pretty cozy.
Sure, we could go up
That
to the
and,
lounge.
I can't exactly smell, but judging by the state of these corpses, they're either about to start smelling or are smelling.
Oh, they're only a day old. They ain't smelling too bad yet.
I have smell filters in my helmet,
Oh boy, incineration.
so it turns the corpse smell
I mean-
into something good. Which
I
I
mean, I've
hope.
been
Fire
smelling
smell.
corpses for
Actually,
decades now. It's
I
honestly
guess
just
burning
does not
corpse
make
smell.
a difference to me.
I think this filter might be bad because if the corpse smells good in my helmet,
Oh,
then
God
I might
damn it.
like to-
Anyone left the bathroom
might be
door
hungry.
open. God damn it.
Oh my god.
They could have had at least some basic courtesy.
I'm numb to the smell of corpses because Valen's training ground smelled like it quite often.
That guy probably
Thankfully,
never put
I
on
don't
deodorant.
bother breathing.
But yeah, the old computer went through the same thing, and
Wait, where are we
became
going?
increasingly personal. We're going up to
Top floor.
our lounge. Yeah,
This way, this way.
yeah, this way. We're going up somewhere to relax.
Even up here, there's so many corpses.
Yep. Thankfully, the lounge itself does not have corpses.
Indeed.
Apparently
Hello,
Dax was
RMD.
almost a corpse.
I was almost what?
You were almost a corpse, right?
I mean, I was almost a corpse a few
So
times.
much.
That doesn't narrow it down.
Yeah, but weren't you fighting with a hole in your chest?
Oh, it wasn't as bad as it
It's
looked.
but a flesh wound.
It was actually a flesh wound, yeah. My frick armor was able to absorb most of the lightsaber stab. A little bit did kind of pierce my flesh, though, but it was enough that I could fight through the pain still, at least. And hey, it was a lightsaber wound, so I wasn't bleeding from it at least. But yeah, the computer ultimately ended up turning against us, partially because of a outside force influencing it to do so, but it was already on that way. Got to the point where it actually convinced an old friend of ours to go to the dark side. But yeah, that's why we needed to really drill it into Randall's head what was going on, because we did not want him to become like that. Sure, I could time, why not?
I can't believe Nick is actively dying.
Why are you dying,
What?
Nick? You know dying
He
is
just
cringe.
ascended to heaven. Oh my god. He's in
Now
the
he's
slant
just like, oh,
zone.
Oh, hey, I won. Oh, yeah. This is what I'm better at. You want to play cards, Sparrow? I only play high-stakes games. Cards.
I could play a bit.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, darn. Missed my opportunity. You know, I'd love to get back up to 5 million credits in my account, but it's incredibly unlikely I'll ever bother with that again.
Just spin here.
So much time wasted gambling. Well, yes, but I don't want to waste so much time
never.
gambling again.
Yeah, never say never. Besides,
Why not make a
cards
copy of
are
yourself?
a way better way to gamble than some dumb old slot machine.
Why not get another droid to gamble for you?
I
But you
will
are a
never
droid.
activate I'm not gonna activate multiples of me at the same time. That was just a joke for once.
No, get a
Yeah.
different droid. Gambletron 5000.
Horrible hands when I double down.
Well, hey, at least Bulk doesn't have to worry about losing too much money from me. He's got Tonicus to fill that void.
Honestly, I don't even think he's tried to take any of my winnings. I think he's just been focusing on Tanokis's. Oh.
Neither do I.
It's about sending a message, right?
Guess so.
I'm just spinning to get the jackpot to say I got it.
Nice.
I already have plenty of money. Doesn't matter how much I lose, unless I just need to know to fucking stop.
Oh, right. He was close to A1, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, they were best friends.
Wait, why doesn't he spend it on killing A1?
You know what? That is very true.
I mean, considering A1 has a million surrogates, he's gonna run out of money pretty quick in that regard.
Darn.
Can't believe it. A1 was... well, he was all our best friend.
It comes as a surprise to me that Bulk has feelings about anything that isn't alcohol.
Darn.
Hey, we all have our friends and people we care about, you know.
Yeah, sure, he
Alright.
did kind of go above and beyond for his retirement.
Yeah. Go easy on the kid, Bulk. He's been through a lot, too.
He's having a Sith moment. Ooh.
Just give him time. I was just gonna say, I kind of noticed what that looks like there.
What the
Don't
fuck?
die, don't die.
Bro wanted his last act to be gooning. This is
I'm not
good.
too surprised.
I was
if
hoping
we're
they'd
having
be
trouble
able to
with
pull
them.
something. Yeah, but they were pretty much the dominant galactic power by the time this happened, and look at how quickly Palpatine's managed to turn it on its head. Nope.
Seriously.
Like I told you, you know, I got the best luck with these things.
God, if I don't win this one, I think I'm done gambling. I have been on the losing streak.
I hope that's the case, because if the New Republic falls, then we're gonna be next. He'll be able to throw his full force at us. But that still comes down to the matter if we can survive long enough for them to get to that point.
Indeed.
Sure, there's a hope we could get there, but that's a pretty big gamble. And even then, even if we do survive to the end of this, with the New Republic gone and the Empire back in full control of the galaxy again, it's gonna be a mess.
Indeed.
I don't even want to think about what'll happen to Naboo after in this scenario. No. That's not gonna happen. I can't let it.
Indeed.
If things get truly dire, we're gonna need to step in. Because I'm not letting Naboo fall. Not again.
If it becomes a losing battle, I will take the Imperials with me.
Hell yeah.
Won't. Don't worry. At least I don't think there's anything we could fuck up worse than things are already.
Oh, there definitely is.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. But we'll be careful.